But Bouaka spends about USD $10 million to protect himself and harass one of Africa's largest convoys, using much needed resources for important development on lavish living. The LCC is silent in the face of such wanton abuse. Fellow citizens and partisans, a broke Bouaka is spending USD $10 million on a private project in Foya for his personal luxury at the expense of the people's resources that who have built large public housings in Liberia, but the LCC is silent. The broke Bouaka has spent more than USD $5 million in 2 years on foreign travel at the expense of poor Liberians who stood in contaminated water and heavy downpour of rain, and heavy downpour of torrential rain to elect a man who couldn't afford a daily food and health bills. The LCC is silent while the citizens are exploited and bullied. They must wait for a development that will never come, but broke Bouaka and family are the biggest winners. Fellow citizens, members of the press, broke Bouaka fires officials who refuse to loot Liberia per his prescription, and while he fires others, he himself drenched in corruption and is the biggest looter, but the LCC is silent. Even as poor health and education consumes ordinary Liberians who are deprived of simple mandatory lives, services like water and sanitation, the LCC thinks it appropriate to defend abuse and misuse of public resources by Bouaka, who have converted public jobs to a local county and Bouaka family affairs. Members of the press, fellow partisans, listeners in Radio Land, while Mr. Simon Freeman remains the largest private employer in Liberia, with multiple businesses providing hope to the numerous unemployed Liberians, Bouaka lazily sits at the mansion, provides no jobs, creates no jobs for young Liberians, but abuses state resources for personal gain at the expense of civil servants whose salaries were harmonized. Ladies and gentlemen, members of the press, fellow partisans, fellow citizens of the Republic of Liberia, today, Liberia could have been a visa-free country, inviting millions from around the world to explore our land, but Bouaka is too busy selling Liberia to the few foreigners that line his pocket with millions. Every major public licensing has been awarded to foreigners, but Bouaka is president for Liberians and the LCC is not cool with it. The LCC is a criminal enterprise, the largest assembly of crooks and criminals, through whom Bouaka is funneling stolen loot.
Okay, you can all have your seat. Our distinguished Senator, Senator Derek Mack, the grace of life to be a visit a hospital, you know health is important. Yeah. Visit the graveyard, you know that life is important. Yeah. So if you get all three, you have to say, Papi, thank you. Yeah. Yeah. So we want to say thank you to the Almighty God for giving everyone here freedom, good health, and life. We also want to say a big thank you to the commissioner. Let me say this to you. You have had commissioner here. I don't want to be, to be personal. But he has been very instrumental in ensuring that Gibi is prioritized. You see, let me tell you, for me, I don't gossip. Nobody will tell you that I gossip. No. Why would I tell you? I tell you. You see, Senator Manga, you see, Pareni, we can make flour. Pareni, we can make flour. I think everybody knows Pareni. But we'll get moving behind each other. And the commissioner, they are being very forceful to ensure that Gibi be recognized. So I want to say thank you to them. The purpose of us calling this meeting, there are many other issues we know Gibi is faced with. But one thing I want to stress before going to it, I want to urge everyone to leave the mood, to leave from the campaign spirit and get to development spirit. Yes. It's not because you support Clarence guy and Clarence guy bring development, you're not welcome. I told someone, okay, that in Yangoli, I said this one time. I said, well, open road. The day you're saying you want me, I will not kill the machine and carry the road. I'll catch on the road. No. No. And I said, look at beauty power. When you're living in Tokyo, and I want us to benefiting. Some of us were campaigning against on the Nukwe. Right? Everybody know it. But today the power he paid, I want all using. So development don't have opposition, they don't have supporters. Once development comes, it's for everybody. So if we don't hold together, what we need will not get it. Someone say, me, I will not work. We'll say that from now to 2029, there are 4 years, right? 4 years will be added on your age. So let us come together. I'm only saying this as a means to take us off from the campaign move and bring up to the development move. They put everything aside. For me, I can tell people, the sweetest part of the political job is where you are criticized. It reminds you that you need to do something. The day I get tired of criticism, I will need a job. But I'm tired here, so I'll take it. So there are two major issues. There are many developments in the entire district. But probably Gibi, if you look here, you have women empowerment. Women empowerment have to do with giving them business, giving them skills. You have youth empowerment, the same thing about skills, giving them education. But there are few things, if they are not around, it's difficult for this development to come. There's no part of this Gibi district are not war. There are places that are war, even some people are not going there. Eh? Yeah. There are places that are going Gibi. Not everybody are going there. I have gone to the Yibama community. I have gone to Pere Jigota. I have gone to Nuatan. I have gone to Bulustan. I have gone to Go, Nigambo. I walk all around. And there's one problem the people are faced with. My God, now I can't be able to worry this thing. I've been from you. But in other words, for you to feel the impact of the leadership, and for all to work an open road. Right? So we were able to get 2 yellow machines, brand new ones. Those machines have been parking on the road inside of Nukwe Yard since July 18 we brought in the district. You know, some people will not fool you all that CP. I told someone, if that CP, at least they can credit me good material. At least then I work to be represented. So those that they can credit, don't go credit and bring it. Our purpose here, one of the major purposes we are here for, is for us to formulate ourselves into committee to be able to work together and open all of the rules. The machines will be given per time. You have time to the people of Bolola, you have time to the people of Sinta, and you have time to the people of Gibi. When the machine is here, let us work together, then make the maximum use out of it. Tomorrow, when I'm leaving, I will not carry the road with me. Tomorrow, when I'm leaving, my chair will not cancel my flower open the road for us. Then the commissioner said the only benefit you get in politics is for good to come to you. Our people are suffering from road. We don't want tomorrow we hear someone call on the road. The people of Biana get road. The people of Perth, they got to get road. No. The machines are here. They may not open all of the road 1 year. Which is not possible. But the machine will be here. It will be living right in the district here. And all the period of time they will open all of them. They don't work together. The machine should not get on the road. Then some people say that me, I have business. He won't open it like a business. I will not leave from Morrieville to come open road. I will not drive the machine. That people have to drive it. While the machine working, we are up there.
Son Excellence, Dr. Georges Manawia et de la peuple de Libéria. Maintenant, je vous demande sincèrement de me permettre à continuer mon parole dans l'anglais. De Libéria, Son Excellence, Dr. Georges Manawia et de la peuple de Libéria. Maintenant, je vous demande sincèrement de me permettre à continuer mon parole dans l'anglais. De Libéria, Son Excellence, Dr. Georges Manawia et de la peuple de Libéria. Maintenant, je vous demande sincèrement de me permettre à continuer mon parole dans l'anglais. De Libéria, Son Excellence, Dr. Georges Manawia et de la peuple de Libéria. Maintenant, je vous demande sincèrement de me permettre à continuer mon parole dans l'anglais. De Libéria, Son Excellence, Dr. Georges Manawia et de la peuple de Libéria. Maintenant, je vous demande sincèrement de me permettre à continuer mon parole dans l'anglais. De Libéria, Son Excellence, Dr. Georges Manawia et de la peuple de Libéria. Maintenant, je vous demande sincèrement de me permettre à continuer mon parole dans l'anglais. De Libéria, Son Excellence, Dr. Georges Manawia et de la peuple de Libéria. Maintenant, je vous demande sincèrement de me permettre à continuer mon parole dans l'anglais. De Libéria, Son Excellence, Dr. Georges Manawia et de la peuple de Libéria. Maintenant, je vous demande sincèrement de me permettre à continuer mon parole dans l'anglais. De Libéria, Son Excellence, Dr. Georges Manawia et de la peuple de Libéria. Maintenant, je vous demande sincèrement de me permettre à continuer mon parole dans l'anglais. De Libéria, Son Excellence, Dr. Georges Manawia et de la peuple de Libéria. Maintenant, je vous demande sincèrement de me permettez à continuer mon parole dans l'anglais. De Libéria, Son Excellence, Dr. George Manawia, et de la peuple de Libéria. Maintenant, je vous demande sincèrement de me permettre à continuer mon parole dans l'anglais.
Come back. My people, let us work together. The Senator Manga, Honorable Rennie, the commissioner has played a significant part. When the machine is on the road here, you notice that someone is setting the fuel. And you say, me, and that's my business. That's your business because when the fuel finish, the machine stop there and come back. We will provide the fuel for the machine. The commissioners will deliver the giving of fuel to the commissioner. We will give the first 500 gallons of fuel. It will be here. If we sit down and people sell the fuel, the area the fuel finish, the area will tear. Tomorrow, you don't blame me. If people cannot be working, they say that you can't call this storm and say, but that time I can't call it. I will not can't call it. So if it rose so good a day, and because of storm, nobody there to work towards it, and you see a day, good a day, don't say, oh, they may do it, try to do a road a day, and not make operating. And because I know what I'm saying. There are communities here at Senator Manga. We gave zinc, cement, steel to build school. The community side and one person sold it. I'm telling you.
Okay.
You know about you heard about the story, right? You know about the story, sir?
Yes.
Sir, I know about it. There's an area here we carry material for a bridge, almost 300 pieces of steel, cement, everything. They see installation of going in there and steal it. When they caught the few, they sent it, they came out and come beg me. I said, and I'm a business. So sometimes the development we want, our own people can be the one holding it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So we are calling it meetings. Let's go back from community to community. The people of behind Nuatan has walked too long to buy it down. The people of Pere Jacobstown have walked too long. The people of Fantica Town, the people of Bulu Town, the people of Ningabo, the people of Gold, the people of Second Town have walked too long. There's the time we put our hands together and work. I don't care how long you dance on the stage, you must leave. But when my time finish in the future, let me be mad. Let me be able to come back and people will remember me.
Amen.
Amen.
Development don't have opposition, it don't have supporter. We will not open the road, say you didn't vote for me, no, you're not flying. No. No, it's not possible. Let us put our hands together. You know, I like the commissioner. We can, I let it all in day. When they say you go where you don't where they collect you. You pay the fine. That's the real truth. That's the real truth. Sometimes we'll be there, we'll send all of the support for people to make their time to go. But someone at certain time they will be begging for color, they'll be begging for power to open the road. Machine can't. Let's go open the road and then you sit down. My people, we call you all to tell you that the machine here, yeah. Anybody want to
Of you, many thanks again for joining this wonderful conversation from the city of Painesville, Montserrat, Liberia. This is I'd like to welcome all of you as usual to your breakfast info companion program, the morning ride, certainly back on your dial on THKOOL 91.9, THKOOL Radio Online, as well as our YouTube channel too, and other outlets You can follow us Mondays to Fridays, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. as usual on your favorite app. And with you folks, we are here, Ambassador Vibe. T. Nicholas Barkley controls the camera and sounds this morning, but it promises to be great as usual. Stimulated, very thought provocative with your own interaction at the appropriate time. And we gonna be here. Your views and opinions are well respected or supersedes at the end of the day has to do with facts. So always good asking you to join, share, watch, ask others to join as well. And follow the conversation where we can walk the walk and talk the talk, and as usual have to shift the paradigm about democracy. What a fear, what a favor. We speak undiluted truth on this platform. Let me welcome all of those, our regular viewer, follower, listeners as well. You always following us. With a thank you, continue to do so. It's intended to make Liberia better collectively and religiously. Let us be tolerant. Politically, we must be tolerant and keep the peace, because all that got us to where we are. We must be able to discuss issues that will bring up peace and unity and come to one common goal in the interest of our common denominator called Liberia. Welcome, folks. It's always good to have you here. I know Mrs. Zizi and also fathering this morning from Tinga's Village, and all of the folks there, including Salome, she also father as well. I say welcome to all of you. Take a breather. I'll play this thing. The president, every time the president travels, especially with the kind of team that he usually travels with, he's so strategic. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, the National Investment Commission, there are other top officials you will normally travel with. Sometimes the Minister of Education, the Minister of Finance. And after all of this engagement, and one of the things we expect results to come. And all of those who on the team, those who will be back home and go and grow with the team, we think this is laudable. There are more of these things that should be done. We have seen in recent, some of the engagement have started. The president in Paris were able to engage the Liberian community. He did that quite recently in the United States, and have done that in some of the travels around the world, which is good encouragement. The sole intent of this, let's get it straight. And that's why we have said times to other. It's not just about the political aspect of it. Because obviously you see people in this country, some people, both home and abroad, who are doing everything in their power to make sure that this government does not succeed. That people will be, living in destitution. The economic condition will be so tough. There will be no jobs. So they can find a way to say, look, we told you about these people, they could not rescue you. Because some of these things were done against the CDC. The CDC felt that should have been strangulated by opposition, pointing figures specifically most often at the Unity Party today, who sits at the summit of power. And today, some of the officials of the Unity Party who want to say, we are not getting some things done because we think people in our opposition do not see all of the things, and they are making all of the frontier effort to make sure that they can stagnate the Liberian people, and Liberian people do not see us as the next alternative. Even after the 6 years, they will decide to go. That's how we are seeing our politics over a period of time. It's sometimes it's not based on critical national issue in the interest of the people. It's about somebody placing themselves in a position. You see a group of people putting themselves in a position or a political party as the best alternative. So they do all they can, not of the propaganda. Now you do not see these things, especially where we have a society that is so gullible. We have a society with high level illiteracy. We have a society where we are losing thousands of our young brothers and sisters who should be mothers tomorrow, who should be, the next minister, the next will be Brooks, the next Natl, even far better. But we see them to what extent we are losing them 2-3 generations. So, during a war, there are a lot of people, thousands of people fled this country. They went abroad. Some of them today, they were not born here. Their parents fled this country and they brought them there. In other parts of the world, in America, in France, the UK, in Ghana, you just name all of these places. And some of them their parents have died, or some of them have aged, cannot afford to even come back. Some of the kids they had in there, they have now been back to the motherland called Nigeria. And some of them investing hugely in those countries. And it's always good that when leaders, you take to power and you travel, you see the need to talk to other folks, because some of these people are investing hugely in those countries that they can also invest in Liberia if they are given that business climate and assuring that, look, the business climate is so conducive, this is your country, you come back. Even if you can bring all, come and do some assessment. You want to invest in real estate, agriculture, tourism, you know, there are a whole lot you want to invest in. Transportation and all of these things. So some of them are involved in some of these things. Some of these people are running the private clinic or hospital. And we think we know the kind of challenges we face with education, with health, you know, road connectivity, all of these things. You can come to Liberia. So okay, I will go into agriculture. So when these engagements are done, it's better to tell the people, look, because you see, some of the news that normally leave the country, the people, you know, we live in a global village right now. The people don't need to come here so easy. You just sit on the, you know, how the social media look like now. Things quick to go viral. So you're mindful. Even we always tell people you're mindful even when you're in the public. You don't trust anybody so easily. Because even some of the partners that you got today, you want to show pictures. At the end of the day, by the time you people fall up, somebody takes action. So sometimes you got to be very intelligent and restricted. Say, no, can't do this. I can't do this. So you have to be mindful. So that's how when things go viral around the world, you find people, some of the news, some of the things that go up. You know, you find people taking pictures of dead people in the street. Oh, that the government killing these people. You go and see some of our young brothers who today are falling prey to harmful substances. People will send it out. This is why the government bringing these drugs. And some of those people are not here. They take to these things, they believe it. So the image of the country, who wants to bring the money to invest in a country where they see people telling there is no rule of law, there is no guarantee, there is no security, people will not fight corruption. When you invest your money, you will not get it in return. So there is no need to waste your money there. And to start to show all of these pictures. This is not just now. We have seen these things over a period of time, and we have not been able to realize it. Even while in opposition, we still do not see the real thing. You know. So these engagement, every time the Liberian leader travel, the former president they wanted to, yes. But it's good that every time these people travel, they had it on an engagement to their own people, because so many people don't have the intent of even coming back. They well settled, they feel the well to do. But once you are convinced as a leader, giving them the kind of chance to ask you some of the questions, and the Minister of Foreign Affairs answering, talking about even somebody at the end of the day will stop talk about passport issue. You know, we got to do all citizenship. We got to convince and tell them. That you talk about the economy, talk about, because some of these people is in investment. That's the problem. Maybe sometimes we don't understand, and we have struggled over a period of time. And those who given a chance is one thing you got to be critical on. Infrastructure is a serious problem for Liberia in terms of investment. So we have listened to this president, we listened to the past president. They've been talking about infrastructure, roads, connectivity, and whatsoever. But when you want some of these people to come and invest in the country, do your own research and study. On high, because sometimes you wonder why this country, like we're older than this country, they got a kind of an investment. And Liberia cannot attract this kind of investment. Look, it's not just because we got all of the mineral. It's not because we're asking people come and invest. We got structural problems. And there is nothing in it to hide. We're seeing frantic effort, people in the private sector who trying to build some structure that can better help in that. You know, so once we are lacking these things, will be slow on pace in terms of how investment can and how jobs are created. Because some of the folks, you take for instance, somebody who have lived all their life in a country who have never experienced electricity going 1 minute. And you come to a country where you don't see stable electricity, talk about anything. Some of the investment, and it brings back dividend usually to our economy. So when you talk about bringing investment to this country, you have to be looking at infrastructure. The people when I come and start building their own headquarters before starting the investment, starting operation. People want to come and be structured. Okay, yeah, we're taking the structure for 5 years. We already got, you got lift, you got this, you got stamper machine, you got stable electricity, you got running water, communication, so perfect, road access to the road where when detours are perfectly. These are all of these things when you understand development studies. That's how the development and investment go to country. One man in traffic, he's stuck for more than 10-15 minutes, rushing to get some deed done. He got business partner, and you tell, and you see how it rolls. You take for instance, early morning from Pittsburgh, because it's the largest city in Liberia. You see how the number of folks are leaving from here to go to Central Monrovia or other parts to work, to school, to job, and do some other thing. Go to the hospital. You see how the traffic normally. They eat. So we got to put all of these things into consideration. We need structure that will accommodate the physically challenged people. Because some of these folks you see coming to Liberia to invest, everybody not physically fit. Some of them because of the professional background, 1 or 2 things happen to them, but they stay contributing, they stay important in doing these things. So you can bring a man, the man sitting wheelchair, or the man using the crutch, or the mother wheelchair, and you got him wanting to climb step. Oh no, they lay down. No current. No. So whether you're in opposition, you're in government, these are things you must be able to address. And that's why the arrest and general, according to them, they are focusing on these things to get these things done. When these things are not handled, you trust me, we will continue to, we have on government after government, and we will keep saying and talking about some of these things. We talk about agriculture in our country. We want the people to come here to come invest in agriculture because of the kind of soil and land we got. But what are the areas that you think you can accommodate these people? Some of these people are farmers in your country. They live not far from the farm. The bungalow, well up to date, they are there. They only come to the city for some business purposes or meeting some other folks. So you don't expect the men because they say Monrovia or Slinger, Page, they are the only area, so they are investing in agriculture, usually in Lofa County. And you expect him to leave from here every morning to go because there is no proper accommodation for the land. So we got to take those things into consideration. Real estate, infrastructure investment. That even when people come, they start to rent. We got to start making use of the airspace. Yeah, government says we're investing in infrastructure. We go into Lofa, we put 10, 15 stories. We'll go to this place. We'll go to Granger, we'll go to this place. Look at some of the airstrips that we are no longer using. How can we recondition it? Because so many people, based on the size of the investment, they might come with a local flight or helicopter and say, look, okay, we'll take our executive every day. They fly you from here to Maryland. After work, they fly you back. Yeah, we need all of these things. And these are some of our problems. These are something that are affecting us greatly. But we notice that we can leave these things, the political aspect of it, and don't critically sit and draw. Because even some of the folks today who wanted to come to state power, they are not even taking in that direction. It's just about telling the people the country had nothing changed, nothing changing, no jobs. No. We must have the capacity when people come to invest. Investment is not something people just go to one country because you see, they say the country got it one, the country got that one. People want it. You see some of our tourism sites, historical sites, that could generate billions of dollars for us in the next couple of years and create thousands of jobs. But how do people get there? We want to take so many people to do places, but you tell them, oh, we'll drive to almost 1-2 days to take somebody there. It's going to be difficult. We have to have means and re-strategize. How do we do these things? How do we empower our local businesses? Let's see. You know, cooperatives. Do we have local flights? How many of them? Where are the destinations? How safe? What are the accommodations? Because so many places where people are going on tourism areas, so folks want to sleep somewhere. What are the places that we got, you know, they can sleep and make sure to go on the tourism and territory. We need all of these things. How many resources do we have in the country? We talk about nice beaches, but how many resources? How do we invest in it and attracting people? Because there are folks who will come to Liberia, not in a need to come and invest. They come on vacation. Some of them will just want to live near the beaches. But what do we have there? What are those things that we have that, you know, can keep them there? Some of them coming with their kids. Even those that want to come to invest in Liberia, even Liberians that we are engaging out of Liberia, when they come in, what are the schools, what are the facilities that we have for the kids who have never walked and seen dirt on their shoe or sneakers before? I've never sat in a class where electricity went off. Who have access to computer, internet. All of these things. Medical facility, oh yeah, the kid now well. How do we treat them immediately before taking them to a hospital? Improving our healthcare delivery system, because so many folks coming here, mosquito and some other things, and adapting to the weather condition, you know, our climate and all of these things. At times, they're going to take some time, and sometimes it affects these people. We got to put all of those things into consideration here. THK, we have to bring you up to speed. JJ Dawson, Jackson F. Doe, the government hospital in Buchanan, and all the other places are major referral hospitals, the Emory Hospital, the 14th Military Hospital. And not just talking about the name, but when we got drugs, we got the necessary medical equipment, we got the professional people to handle these things. Because today we see complain that some of the foreign nationals in the country working at some of the concessions, when they are not well, they are flown out of this country. When Nigerians who are working there, when they are not well, they are treated right here and not to the fullest because of the level of you know, challenges we see into our health sector. Yeah. We got a lot to do with this country. And it takes only people who sit down critically to strategize and understand. There are a lot of things. There are a lot of things. It's not just to sit on the radio and say, look, government ain't doing that, government ain't doing that. Look, who told you that in opposition you can invest? Some of you claim to be well connected. You are business tycoon. You from the corporate world. You look, there are structures you can put down. Today you will make millions of dollars when people come into this country to invest. They will start renting. Where you furnish it to the fullest people when they move it in. That some of you have traveled all over the world, you see some of these things. You see? Investing in agriculture. You bring in people, not just about rights. There are other things that can grow in Liberia that today we sit and believe that it can grow. We assume, we live on assumption. Somebody tells you, no, the one can't grow here. The one can't grow here. Somebody tells you, potatoes can't grow here. No, apple can't grow here. And, you know, that myth, we just try to believe it. Want to carry other, bring the experts. They will test the soil. They will tell you what kind of a plant can grow so and so and so plant. But because our folks now educated on these things, the people will just plan. But when you come in with people to invest, they look at the climate, they look at the position, they get it sorted, and they start to tell you, okay, we can invest in this. So the president traveled with his delegation. Every time he engaged So some Liberians are out of this country, they are multi-millionaires. They are major shareholders in some major companies around the world that we only hear about, but we don't know that they're even part of it. But because nobody telling them, look, you come back home, we have an open economy, open business climate, come and invest. So we just think that people will just pack up by themselves. But there are folks in Liberia, in government and outside of government, trust me, who are earnestly working and convincing people. The only thing most of the time, the kickbacks have always been our problem at times. People want to come to invest, but sometimes when they come and meet the wrong people, based on the proximity to the presidency, they request. And it scares these people. You know, the people are so careful, a lot of them. They are so careful when it comes to bribery because even if they come in to invest in the country, people are keeping eyes on it from the country. And once they get to know, some of them, they are shareholders. There are other shareholders who are there monitoring as well because they want to know how did you achieve such investment. And they start to investigate that, yeah, money in exchange here for this. People receive bribe. They abuse positions. Just in China, the party, the Communist Party, the People's Party, they expelled 2 of the officials for investigation that they noticed that they've been receiving bribe. They expelled them. In Liberia, you say, not the first time. So we see some of these things, even up to this time, we say, here's some of this information. One of the former president, Eli Johnson Sirleaf, we heard that. One of the former president, George Williams, we heard that. And we say hearing that. But we want people to come and invest. To meet the president, somebody telling you, you're going to get some money. And then you want, before meeting the president, somebody wants you to give money to 2-3 persons. How do we have people coming to invest? We pay you for jobs that you're supposed to do. You sit in a position here, you're the minister of this, you're the ambassador for this, you special advisor to the president of this. We pay you. Government, the taxpayer will give you car, trash car, gas, and a good salary. But yet, for somebody to come to the country and say, well, I want to meet the president, or I want to meet this person, and somebody tells you, look, you got to give me this. How can somebody want to come to the country to invest 100 million and you say, give me 30 million out of it? How? You scare people. And these are some of the things. And you got people in this country based on the connection and influence. Trust me. They are not in government. When they leave Liberia and they sit in some of the corporate meetings with some of the top friends are also, they say the negative things about this country. Because there are folks who know Liberia. We fought war. We've been over with it. We have had successful elections. Have been successful. Smooth transition of power from one hand to another. And sometimes, why are we people asked? How's Liberia? How's the business coming there? No, don't waste your time, man. That place is still a guard. You gotta wait here. You discourage the man. But you want to lead people. But you are not helping to bring jobs. You are not helping for the economy to improve. You're only there to carry the bad news. Because in this country, reprisal seems to be the order of the day. Right now, the Unity Party in position. There are people who believe that she herself have committed so many atrocities in terms of the way she has treated people. Some people talk about illegal dismissal. Some people talk about, and there are a whole lot. So there are folks who've been affected, whether it was done legally, or the based on assumption, or how you got employed, through what mean you did not, because maybe your party or your government or anything, go over there and you've been there. When it comes to do personal inventory and notice that you did not go through the proper process and actions are taken, we turn it most of the time as political witch hunting. Though we know in Liberia we see these things happening. So at the end of the day, You find people who will just sit, and there are folks who just sitting and waiting, wish that tomorrow is election, so they can have the chance to come to power and deal with this identical people that are in the Unity Party government. And they're not talking about changing the status quo, not talking about changing the narrative that we will watch all of the ills and see when we get there how do we correct it, make these people to understand that we are far better than it. But the entire focus most often is always like, we're waiting. I saw and these people leave. There are a lot of things our neighbors are currently doing, and government needs to do that. Government needs to do that. Why are we engaging these people? So many people want to come back to Liberia. Yeah. Let them not come back to this country. After encouraging them, they will see people jumping in for them, asking for money. And when these people go back, obviously they will tell the person, look, the people down there are not ready. They are not ready. So you'll find out that you'll see one regime, they will spend almost 6 years with any foreign direct investment, because they will not sit critically and listen to some of the concern, some of the allegations on officials who are in government. Their focus always being with the opposition, and that's why we have had problems for a long period of time, and we are being able to protect thieves, knowing it or unknowing it. Because we hear major allegations on some of the allegations that are so grievous. You hear about millions of dollars getting missing in thin air, this person responsible for it. Then you find people who should be benefiting, the beneficiary, you find some of them who will put themselves in a position that they're supposed to go and defend this person because this person comes from my client, my time, my party, my church, my mods. We're from the same region, you know. So we protect them. If they ask them to go answer for the stewardship, we are all at the bureau courts. We plaque out singing song. How do we get this country moving? How? I was following something yesterday and this morning, and I thought to say it to the government and even some of you in the opposition. You see, in Sierra Leone, because of the war, there are a lot of folks, you know, the very well what happened, the war. There are a lot of folks who were amputated. You found somebody with one leg, you found somebody with one leg. You know. Some people, because of the crisis, they got shot in the process. There was no medication. The legs got amputated and all of these things. They are currently, they amputee huge investment into agriculture. The folks in Sierra Leone, they've been trained. They are agriculturalists. They are investing, and it is not because of the war. And this is the same. When I saw it, I started to read. I started to do my research. I said, yeah, but government can do the same. We need a data. Because even if we say, oh yeah, somebody coming to invest in agriculture, these people are still needed. How do we train them? How do we prepare them? What the data? In Sierra Leone, the process, not just only because of the war. Portion of folks who've been amputated in place there, and the same we got it in Liberia. It's for motorcyclists. Motorcycle accident. Commercial vehicles or vehicle accident, all of these things. So don't mind, you see everybody with crutches in the street or sitting in a wheelchair, meaning they fought war, and that's why they go. No. Some of them were based on accidents, some of them were based on delay in attending to their health, because sometimes the kind of places they live in, they cannot seek the kind of proper medical attention. So you find people today who are physically or visually impaired. People who you see today, they sit in a wheelchair or whatsoever. Yeah, because sometimes the distance in some of these times in villages, no means of having them treat them. But these people can be incorporated. That's what other countries are doing. They take, you go to JFK now, you go to other places, ask them, say, look, in the month of this, can you please tell how many motorcyclists that was brought here, how many persons were amputated? Just put the data together. Give it. How do we see these people? Are we just leaving them to be part of the burden of society? You see, we told you, we don't just sit here and we always have to give government the kind of guidance and even people in the opposition. That's how you see responsible government or responsible opposition, they start to work on these things. It's not just about, because you find people, because of the bread and butter issue, upon the president return, you'll find people on the social media, people sitting on the radio, yeah, he came from France. What did he bring? And you find people buying into it because you don't understand diplomacy. It don't work that way. So even if the French government tell you, look, boy, invest X amount of money, there are things he must be able to meet their benchmarks. Because of taxpayer money. The people in those countries, the government account to them. It's not because they have a better economy so you think that they got money to waste. No. When they invest, when they help another country, because some of the money comes from philanthropists from the country, humanitarian. They give it to the government. Now, the earthquake that just took place in Latin America, they're sending some money. In the United States government said they're sending $3 million to Jamaica. But guess what? The $3 million, they will not give it to the government. They give it to the Catholic Church to use it to help the victim and do some other things. So they will not give it to them. Why? Because the government over there, that's a very serious problem. Gangs are in charge of most of part of the country, like Haiti and other places, other countries in there. So they can't trust them with it. Because the government not in the kind of a control. Gangs are controlling major part of the country, the city, to some extent, you know. So as we are having this kind of a peaceful environment, it's time that the right people with the right mind get on board. And some of you who are in opposition, you have to create that mindset and prepare. Sometimes you can even start meeting some people, engaging. You have to start engaging. Like today, you see some of the things that the government achieving. The previous government initiated some of the process. But based on what some of they were being slow on it, it was just about pronouncement, because you know in Liberia, government comes, government goes. There are times we be more political in pronouncement other than working on it. Yo, 10,000 youth people start to clap. The young people want to be educated. The young people want to work. So when you make any kind of pronouncement, they are happy. But at the end of the day, what all you're supposed to do, and you can't do it, you can't meet it, those pronouncements become just pronouncement to the people without, because you must understand there are lot to meet. The demand for jobs in this country is very high. But how do we create the jobs? How do we attract investors? We must have things put into place. So it's not that, oh yeah, because the people want to come. Like we name some of these things are problems for our country. And we got to get them. That the reason why is it today we still complain. Because most of our concessions that we sign, these people who have come to this country, they only explain about absolutely nothing. They come and go. But when we have all of these things, because even if you look at things, we say having, look, there are a lot of things to do in this country. There is no if and end. The government's striving. There are a lot more, she's doing a lot. The previous government did hard, and this government trying to do hard. But there are a lot more. Even our banking sector in this country is still a problem for us. We gotta be real honest. These are very hard truths. Sometimes people don't like to hear it. And you can't fake life. The big show thing, you know, whichever I've gotten to that big show thing. Everybody want to almost sit down at the shoulder of the road and say, yeah, I saw you to the club. You know. But to face reality, we got problem in this country. Even some of the folks who will come to invest in this country, how many major entertainment, hotel, motel, restaurant, bar, you find parking lots. So yeah, we build a place. Yeah, we know in other countries, those things, even in the Great America, you will still find places that people will park on the road, the shoulders of the road and whatsoever. Look at our banking system. You go to the banking hall, the place so crowded. Sometimes you got to scratch extra D, or you're a major banker in there, carry a card that tell you, oh, you're a premium, go, or, you know. So before you get there, things are prepared for you. But you just think about teachers. Teachers who will teach for 31 to 45 days before the day salary comes. The man goes to the bank, you spend almost the entire day there. The little money again, he got to be chipping in to get somebody money before he get his or her money from them. The police officers, who we always ask to protect us, to get the money out again is a problem. And you think about other folks. You look at the banking. You know, you see somebody in the country, man wants to use the ATM card at any hour. You know, that one or two places there you find people doing those things. But we can't just be like that. We have to change these things. Filling station. Yeah, imagine, filling station. Where people, you know, you set the system into order. Filling station. People shutting down 9, 10, 11. 12 o'clock is difficult. Maybe you might find can ball. The guys who say the Jerry jar, that's where you find it. You see somebody driving in the middle of the night, you know, run out of vehicle or lubricant for the car. You can't find anywhere open. You can't get anywhere. Supermarkets are not open. Shopping mall, mini marts are not open. All these things. We still a little bit far from getting to where we're supposed to get. We need all of these things. You find people going to the filling station. Nobody there, nobody at the pump. You put in and you serve yourself. But why? Where now? I will drive from here to our major airport. Where when somebody comes into this country and using flight, you come through the Broward International Airport. You're leaving from Edward Johnson to Broward International. Check along the road and see how many filling stations you will come in contact with. And say, yeah, if 24 service, they open, mini-mart there. Because so many people, you driving, coming, you tested, you hungry, you want to buy snacks, you slow down, get to the mini-mart or the supermarket, you're taking your biscuit, you're taking juices, water, and, you know, and getting it out. But you're driving, the entire place dark, you check around, you don't see anything. Yeah. Even fresh food. So we need a whole lot of things to be put into place. And not just politics. Yes. As the government or the president engaging people every time he travels, Liberians in the diaspora say, look, come back home, that is welcoming. Let us not rob them when they come. And the government also engaging other foreign national, other business people to attract them to come and do some assessments. So we'll look to this side. Okay, I think this side is better for us. We'll invest. And to start to invest. But when they come, after all of the nice discussion, the president will engage with these people when these people come. Those of you who are in those positions to make sure that these things work for the betterment of your own country, live on your salary that you've been paid. Don't ask for anything that is far from your job that you've been paid for. You'll be damaging the image of the country and thinking that only you need to eat good food. But you need to look good. And we can't carry all of these things you see us fighting for. We're not carrying. The Egyptian tribes, the anthropologists are finding all the gold things that they're having this, they're having that. So at 8 o'clock over, I was sponsored. Mary Magadi, the folks are there in Bonai's Fantica village. So at 8 o'clock, we go there. Some of you who are suffering from some of these sicknesses, the stroke, ulcer, rheumatism, low blood pressure, sexual transmitted diseases, and there are a whole lot of things the guys are doing. This is Liberia owned. It's not something that's been imported. It's something right here from Liberia. It's a herbal supplement. The government of Liberia is fully in the know. The guys are licensed and they are operating legally, and the supplement, the herbal supplement, being tested, approved, and they are currently in 4 counties. They hope at the close of the year they want to be all around. They are in Bonastan, opposite of the Puma tissue factory. You get there, you can have good conversation with them. You'll be Mr. Bree, and there are other folks very, 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 very accommodative. They will talk to you hospitality at the highest peak. Then you just explain your history. Don't go there. And not, like I always say, that place, that's not shrine. Because maybe you got soul on you, you got Goa or whatever, you get there, they will tell you, they will give you the dose and tell you how these things are applied. It's not where you put people in wheelchair or put them in taxi, you carry them, that will be there for 3, 4, 5 days or 1 month for treatment. No. You get there, get explained to them. This is what is happening to me, and it will give you and tell you how to apply it, and it will tell you the do's and the don'ts. Things that you should do while taking it, and things that you should not do while taking it. So these are some of the things. So we'll go for our break now. Our sponsor break, and we'll be right back.
Yes, it's Marie Manga. Have you heard about the one and only Marie Manga herbal supplement? Marie Manga is a Liberian-made herbal supplement. It helps to boost the human immune system to fight against cancer, pressure, and many other sicknesses. Meanwhile, people that used to sell the Marie Manga herbal supplement in Bon, Nimba, and Lofa County has finally settled down in Moserado and its surrounding. The Marie Manga Hot Tea supplement is available now in the following office stations: Bona Farm, opposite Mankumba Benu Tissue Factory, King Johnson Road and Clay Street intersection towards OES Transport Building. Kakata, Mangibi County, Bassa Community around the radio station. Ganta City, Glelu Community around the People Street, YMCA Junction. Campley City, Nimba County, Broad Street, opposite Facebook, Vonjama City, Lofa County. Yes, it's Marie Manga. Marie Manga Health Supplement is a registered supplement with the Liberia Medicine and Health Product Regulatory Authority, LMHRA. For more information about the Marie Manga Hot Tea Supplement, contact us on the following numbers: 0888 85 6776, 0777 444 591, and 0775 4995 49. Yes, it's Marie Manga, Liberia owned herbal supplement. In your sickness, he will take care of you. Hold your heart. Hold your heart, oh sister. Yes, it's Marie Manga. Have you heard about the one and only Marie Manga herbal supplement? Marie Manga is a Liberian-made herbal supplement. It helps to boost the human immune system to fight against cancer, pressure, and many other sicknesses. Meanwhile, people that used to sell the Marie Manga herbal supplement in Bon, Nimba, and Lofa County has finally settled down in Moserado and its surrounding. The Marie Manga Hot Tea supplement is available now in the following office stations: Bona Farm, opposite Mankumba Benu Tissue Factory, King Johnson Road and Clay Street intersection towards OES Transport Building. Kakata, Mangibi Kante, Basa community around the radio station, Ganta City, Glelu community around the People Street, YMCA Junction, Kample City, Nimba Kante, Broad Street, opposite Facebook, Vonjama City, Lofa Kante. Yes, it's Marie Manga. Marie Manga Heart Tea Supplement is a registered supplement with the Liberia Medicine and Health Product Regulatory Authority, LMHRA. For more information about the Marie Manga Heart Tea Supplement, contact us on the following numbers: 0888-856776, 0777-444-591, and 0775-499549. Yes, it's Marie Manga, Liberia own Herbert Supplement.
In your sickness, he will take care of you. Hold your heart. Hold your heart, oh sister.
Yes, it's Marie Manga. Have you heard about the one and only Marie Manga Herbert Supplement? Marie Manga is a Liberian-made Herbert supplement. It helps to boost the human immune system to fight against cancer, pressure, and many other sicknesses. Meanwhile, people that used to sell the Marie Manga Herbert supplement in Bon, Nimba, and Lofa Kante has finally settled down in Moserado and its surrounding. The Marie Manga Heart Tea Supplement is available now in the following office stations: Bona Farm, opposite Mankumba Benu Tissue Factory, King Johnson Road and Clay Street intersection towards OES Transport Building. Kakata, Mangibi Kante, Basa Community around the radio station, Ganta City, Glelu Community around the People Street, YMCA Junction, Kample City, Nimba Kante, Broad Street, opposite Facebook, Vonjama City, Lofa Kante. Yes, it's Marie Manga. Marie Manga Heart Tea Supplement is a registered supplement with the Liberia Medicine and Health Product Regulatory Authority, LMHRA. For more information about the Marie Manga Heart Tea Supplement, contact us on the following numbers: 0888-856776, 0777-444-591, and 0775-499549. Yes, it's Marie Manga, Liberia own Herbert Supplement.
In your sickness, he will take care of you. Hold your heart. Hold your heart. Hold your heart, oh sister.
Yes, it's Marie Manga. Have you heard about the one and only Marie Manga Herbert Supplement? Marie Manga is a Liberian-made Herbert supplement. It helps to boost the human immune system to fight against cancer, pressure, and many other sicknesses. Meanwhile, people that used to sell the Marie Manga Herbert supplement in Bon, Nimba, and Lofa Kante has finally settled down in Moserado and its surrounding. The Marie Manga Heart Tea Supplement is available now in the following office stations: Bona Farm.
While you are going by your normal business, is helping to clean your entire system. So you are encouraged to get to Marie Manga. As a matter of fact, Marie Manga is now in 4 counties, like we listened to earlier on from the ambassador, into Lofa, Bong, Nimba, and Moserado. And there are plans to extend to other parts of Liberia and also in other parts of the counties, so that our people can get easy access to the Marie Manga. Marie Manga has been satisfied by the Liberian government, the Liberia Medicine Health Regulatory Authority, the Ministry of Health, the Internal Affairs, and now Marie Manga has been accepted now in Liberia as proudly Liberia-owned herbal supplement. So it's just easy to drink. The ambassador said, that's somebody go there and say, yeah, that will cost saying. No. But it's important for you. So if you are faced with sexually transmitted diseases, low pressure, growth, rheumatism, asthma, ulcer, and a lot more, it can help you. The eye problem, all that. So if you want to, Marie Manga is also running 2 points now, point of sales, and Marie Manga is not sold anywhere else, just at those areas. So if you are around the city of Monrovia, the Camp Johnson Road and Clay Street intersection, you can talk to the folks there. Miss Patience Weir is there at the office at the intersection of Camp Johnson Road and Clay Street. You can contact on 0775-499-549 0775-499-509. And if you are in a Paisley belt along this end, the office of Married for Life Healing Center is at the Bananas Farm community. And opposite the tissue factory, Kumabeno and Son Tissue Factory. You get there, you can talk to Mr. Prince, Big Grey Senior, and all of your questions, all of your opinion, your quest will be answered. You talk to him on 0776-369-805, 0776-369-805, and also on 0888-856-776, 0888-856-776. So you can embark on your health journey today while you have traveled all over. Get there and begin to take your tea in the morning, in the evening, first thing in the morning, last thing in the night, and you see yourself will be improving gradually. It's very important for you, and we are proud to be associated with Marie Manga. So start this process and thank us later on. We want to say good morning to all of you this morning.
Okay, so where you got it, you heard it, you can get there and you will thank us later. You know, folks, as well, while you're following the broadcast this morning, you still have a chance to win some cash by playing the Radio Entertainment Cool Cash giveaway on this wonderful, wonderful day. You play $100 Liberian dollars or 70 cents US. You go, you got *799 *11 hash. You know, $100 Liberian dollars. The chances are there once you play multiple times. You know, just go there, play multiple times. You get 2 times, 3 times. You stand a chance to win $4,000 this morning, especially on the Monday. You get $4,000. It's always going to be good for you, but you keep playing a *799 *11 hash, $100 Liberian dollars or 70 cents US. Play multiple times. We will call you as soon as your number hit the dashboard. Make sure you got money in your loan tag MTM account. And you know, when the president went to Paris after all of the engagement, the president had a chance, you know, to sit down with the French media. You know, the president also had engagement with Liberians in the diaspora in Paris to talk to them, encourage them to come back. He did it while residing in the United States and engaging other people. Most of the time he traveled because some of these folks are left. We talk about investment. Some of these people are well settled. We need them to come back. Those, some of them, their parents had them there and they have not been back. They know the root, but they have not been back because of some of the news they hear. But these are some of the things when the president was being quizzed by the French media.
Son Excellence, Dr. Georges Manawia et de la peuple de Libéria. Maintenant, je vous demande sincèrement de me permettre à continuer mon parole dans l'anglais.
So obviously, it will be irritated when the source of its ill-gotten wealth is attacked. We know the gangsters operating under the name of a false god, not the one who is holy and righteous, and one who has no affiliation with injustice and indecency, will respond yet again in defense of their criminal godfather, Brock Barker, and their reply will not deter the MPC in our advocacy for a better Liberia. One in which hopelessly and deprivation will be unnamed on the pages of history books, will be a show. Member of the press, fellow partisans, listeners in the land, we as members and supporters of the indomitable movement of progressive change, we stand free to supporting the legacy and to promoting the agenda of the movement for progressive change. We will not rest if that we will be mocked by any better driven politicians out there or chaotic institutions like the LCC. Will not resist but will respond to them. Thank you.
Should I ask questions?
No, I have question.
What is on this thing?
On the pages of history books will be a show. Member of the press, fellow partisans, listeners in where to land. We, as members and supporters of the indomitable movement of progressive change, we stand free to supporting the legacy and to promoting the agenda of the movement for progressive change. We will not rest if that we will be mocked by any better-driven politicians out there or chaotic institutions like the LCC. Will not resist, but will respond to them. Thank you.
Should I ask questions?
No, nobody has question.
Excellence, Monsieur Joseph Boakai, président de la République du Libéria. Bonsoir, Monsieur le Président. Que représente pour vous cette visite à Paris?
A very great opportunity to become close to President Macron. President Macron represents great friendship to Africa because of their own familiarity with Africa. And we have come to become some very good friends, and we believe this visit will open up opportunity for a non-typical French-speaking country that France has been very friendly with, to become close to France in response to the friendship they have shown us.
Quels sont les sujets que vous avez abordés avec le président lors de votre rencontre aujourd'hui?
First, we want to have strategic partnership with France. We want to strengthen our relationship with France. And France has shown us that we can get close in many ways economically. We are encouraging France investment into Liberia in very strategic areas like our critical minerals. And because of their own experience in Africa, we believe we can achieve a lot together.
Quel message allez-vous faire passer demain aux patrons français que vous allez rencontrer?
We want to let them know that Liberia is now open for business. Liberia has a long time been in conflict in many ways, but now the opportunities are there. We have a lot of minerals. We have a lot of agriculture potential. We do have also the goodwill. The people of Liberia are friendly and they are open, and we are democratic. In fact, in the sub-region, we remain the most democratic country, and we believe in the similarity of our belief in democracy, for them to invest in us, in the country, for mutual benefit.
Votre pays a récemment fait son entrée au sein du Conseil de sécurité des Nations Unies. Comment votre pays, le Libéria, compte peser au sein de cet organe?
You know, we didn't join it. We were elected to the Security Council as non-permanent member. Liberia is a founding member. This is the first time Liberia is taking the full position as a member of a non-permanent member of the Security Council. Liberia has a lot of experience in conflict resolution. Liberia has a lot of experience in peacemaking. Liberia has a lot of experience in trying to bring about unity. So many countries, it is most after all the conflict, and to begin to build.
Liberians, we have to exercise the kind of a patience.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you see, we have not had the time to exercise patience with our leaders. Most especially since after the 12 years of my allegiance to their president. And especially when the United Nations left, O'Meal had to pack up as well. The economy was so challenged, and folks who took the mantle of authority, the CDC, they came on heavy criticism of not doing much, because when people are in opposition at times, the way they present the cases, the way they make the electorates to understand that upon the ascendancy, immediately a miracle will start to take place. The folks will go to bed, probably wake up with skyscraper and wake up with food at the doors. And you will find no kid will be out of school. They will sit, meal will all be served. There will be jobs, and hospitals will be running 24/7. You know, education system, transportation, there are a whole lot of things. So, but when you start to provide the necessary education to the folks, like we always say, and this has been our problem, because we have failed to make the kind of awareness to the people, tell them, look, this thing is not like this. And that's how most of our representatives today are under the kind of pressure they honor. Because you see the people in the institution, and you make them to know that you are Messiah, you're there to perform miracle. So we hope that the people will provide the education to the folks. Look, Mr. President or whoever, Minister of Information, all of those who on the team, Minister of Foreign Affairs, try to provide the kind of education to the people. Many and understand, look, this thing is not instant, it's a process. We had this to meet before this happened. But if you don't, so you see people writing and asking, yeah, the president now what he brought.
Yeah.
Thinking that they'll put money in suitcases or plane, or right away, these are the investors, partner in place, say, let's go, your father, the man, you're going to start investing. Yeah. That's how we have seen how people see government, that they feel. Because on the campaign promises, sometimes when government is not play. Things that you say while in opposition or while campaigning are quite different.
Sure.
That's why you always be mindful of your utterances, your commitment, and you don't live up to it. That this is a difficult thing somewhere. President, we are.
Yeah, people thought that they were saying, President, we are when he brought X amount of money.
It's because
why would this president bring?
It's because there was this myth, this mentality. People cannot believe that since the former president played football and had a lot of great friends on the pitch, and they all were being successful, they are millionaires, you know, that being president, it was just easier for somebody to just take your money and say, I can't not go get it, my friend. Yeah. You say, yeah, maybe some of the top players. Mohamed Kalon, you say, yeah, but we have played with the other person. He played with Chelsea. Chelsea people went to Man City.
Yeah.
You know, they played for Marseille. They went to the UAE. That was the kind of a belief. They went to France. You know, to the time you even have made people support, just assuming, reportedly thinking that, oh yeah, France will pay the civil servant. How can people be working in country for a country, then another government be paying the civil servant through that colonial shit? You know? So you hear the same thing coming with the current president. You hear people say, this man been in government, he's very experienced. You're expecting that when he says with anybody,
they even match the number for the 2 years.
Yes. They expect whoever he says with, world leader, he should be convincing as a being Like the poor yesterday, my man, people are money, let me there now. But it don't work that way.
And you know that the folks who had to do that investigation.
Yeah.
Where would they place their money?
And this is the strategic part this president is doing. And whoever might succeed him is one thing that they need to also copy. The kind of folks that the president travels with. You know, you carry your minister of finance, your foreign minister, your investment head, you carry this other person, this other ambassador. Strategically that they can engage other folks behind, you know, the side hall meetings and other meetings, you know, on the side meeting, engaging people. Your full responsibility as you go there, you know, have all of the authority, the engagement, the delegation already in whatever country. And that's what makes it so easier that you can help to achieve some goal. Because if the president is leaving the country with his delegation, all of those who will be on the board, our ambassador to whatever country, our embassy to whatever country that the president and his delegation is heading to, they should be able to have already arranged some of this engagement. So these people not going there and start doing impromptu things. But why you know that you have received the invitation or you already have got in the conversation that you'll be meeting this person. So if it takes 2, 3 weeks or even months to start the engagement, we want to come to Paris, we want to be the front and Chamber of Commerce. We want to have meeting with those, you know, the farmers, those in, you know, infrastructure, and those who are into transportation, those who are into real estates. How do we sit on the table and tell them, look, we got folks, you know, we got people there working, low income earners. So you build housing unit, they are paying, even to like say at time, after a period of time, those houses become for the, you know, become theirs.
Yeah, there should be a focus point.
Yeah, focus point
in these areas, and also with the president visit there, like you said earlier on, with the election of the finance minister, the secretary representing the French firm as a roundtable conversations, where there were some recommendations. The president even saying
and I really love the engagement from the Liberian community to all the local officials on government who are answering the question.
Yeah,
you know,
it's about renewed French investment in Liberia, that we should now come back and create a more stronger tie. It's important. You talk about the Liberia-French joint commerce, the Chamber of Commerce, to foster the partnership and mutual growth between the two nations. These are all issues put forth.
Don't forget, the president last trip when before came from the United States, you saw that he announced that they have established an office at the executive mansion for, you know, all of these things.
Sure.
So where you can find, you want to find out what's going on.
Yeah, and if you observe interactions there, the president never said, oh, it's rosy. But he said, one thing I captured from him, he said, from the folks, we know that these things exist. We can't come and complain. We go to the people, say, we can do it. So we have to find a way to help solve these problems. And you out there, as Liberians, are not out. You are part of this process. So connecting Liberia with the outside community where Liberians are is a very, very much important factor that we must say for the government, but we want to see where it's going to yield results. So as the president is knocking on doors, opening these opportunities, other line ministries and agencies are also there to make sure we can fast track activities that can capture key development that can come for the people of this country. So having a mutual understanding, having a renewed partnership is important, because sustained mutual growth between two nations is one issue that can help us attract investors in the country. So I want to say thanks to the team, but we are waiting. We know that already when I say you go, you bring money, the political money go to you. But these interactions, as you come back or when you come back, what will happen next is what I brought wait for and see when I saw
like we said earlier on, folks, we got a lot of challenges in our country. Let us not learn to have that. Sometimes some of these things will be the hurdles to get it, or some of the development, some of these things that we have engaged our partners with. Trust me, it might happen, but it might not happen under this regime, or it might happen under this regime based on the mechanism, what we put into place. What are some of the requirements we had to meet to have these people? If I said something earlier, infrastructure problem is a serious thing when it comes to investment for our country. There are folks, look, we don't have the kind of a structure to accommodate so many people. Our roads are so difficult to navigate. You know, the kind
You got the officers here in Muscle County. The person we won't move Banga, but all the officers here.
Now
they have to start constructing.
You just talk about, just imagine when the traffic alone, when the detour, what the overhead bridges, how do we get there? Even besides, let's look at our local transport, Intl for aviation. How many local flights we got, helicopter and things that can take people from here to Grange there? Or what those airstrips? Are we putting them into proper condition that can be used? Because some of these folks that are coming to Liberia, based on the size and the work of the company, they might come with some of these things. Flying to the site to carry on the work and flying right back to Monrovia or Painesville to sleep, and the next morning they're using the flights, they're using the helicopter, they're using other means. We say a country that do not have train. We know we got lot, but you know, we definitely we take the politics and put it more influence. So, but when the people come to the country, then the terrible part of it, most often we hear these things. We pay people to do a job. The president will go and sit and engage these people. When the people come to do follow-up, then people who are surrounding our leaders want to take something from the people again.
And the issue of monopolizing our business climate. Some people only say that they don't want to do business here. But if you look keenly with the roundtable conversation the president had, the representative from a lot of companies were seated there. You know, after that, they want to see how they can invest in Liberia. You talk about the RKA technology, the Group Qua, Group Recognize, Bureau Vesta, Total Energy, Sonar Design, Sharp Vision Orange, the MEDEF International, Fencing Construction, Grand Project. These are all folks that were seated with the president so that they can see where they can invest.
And those are potential investors.
The renewable energy, infrastructure, they say infrastructure, agricultural technology, construction, oil. All these people now, they begin to see Liberia. It's about selling this country. You know, most of the time, already, we can, like you said, all managers materialize once. There are even some activities that happened from the past regime of former President George Weah that yielding results today. You see? But the best part of it is that let's do it the right way.
But even some of the roads that the former president completed, it was under the regime, those things were initiated under the regime of former President Ellen Johnson. The government are continuing it. No government will tell you they can't power. All of what they listed, all of what they told the people, they just achieved it, and when they left, nobody can say they never left any unfinished project. That's not possible. So we need to understand these things, and that's what makes we're almost like a virgin land. But we need the right people with the right mind in the right position to be honest and get some of these things, you know, done for our country. That when we're calling these people to come and invest in agriculture, let us be honest with them.
Like you said, Ambassador, the president go and do all of these things. You go low. Somebody say they got 5 million. They got 2 million.
The man feeling sitting down with the people already when they say, look, let's go do our follow up and see how we can engage now, because probably we're ready, or you say let's go do our feasibility study. Let's get there and see the engagement, how far these people gone to, and let's get there. You come now, you say, to see one man, you pass into 3-4 persons, then people want money. Then we heard that somebody wanted to invest 100 million, and somebody's going to get 100 million.
It's important because while we are trying to build that confidence, that trust that you can do business in Liberia, we also want to say the citizens, those who are in our line, let them please do this.
And one of the things that will even attract more, that's why I said this morning, and thank God, all of those things, the discussion was there. We said, you look at energy, we got serious problem with energy. To have a stable power, because somebody people in come and run their own generator. It becomes a serious problem because you look at the kind of cost. But if we have stable power, and some of these places, these people will be going, some of them, they will have the first one. They might see some of these rivers and build their own dam based on where they are located. And other people around start to benefit from these things. We see people talking about they want to get involved in the infrastructure. And we got to look, because imagine somebody who has lived in America, the UK, or I'm talking about natural disaster, but other parts of the world, even other African countries who have never experienced current going 1 minute. You can't report doing a serious where the current going. We need And we got to put infrastructure down that will accommodate people who are physically challenged. Because the people will be coming with some of the people too. They are very important and key in running this institution. We you know, the way we have settled our country for years, we got to change it. It will come with pain, but with honesty, it got to change. And we need people that will be honest, even if you're in opposition. Yeah, because I know some of you have openness stated, and some of you probably in your heart, it is your aim and objective and will be your achievement to make sure that this government fails. That this government will not achieve all of the engagement, all of what should be engaging folks to come to this country. But you forgetting to know, if the government fails, the people you want to lead, they suffer.
Yeah.
So you keeping people in poverty, only you won't be the one that you think can lift them from there. How many of them will survive?
How sure you may even be having a chance, the opportunity to even lift them out of the poverty?
Let me show you somewhere. Every morning coming to work, you would think that, I don't know where they can take them from. King Green. Look, almost every morning you see more than 500 young men and women. They're supposed to now. I don't know what it looks. It's so troubling. Then you imagine that when people come to this country to work now, to open something, what space will we have for these people? How do they fill in? The Ministry of Defense for the people, not 500 people.
Yeah.
It's terrible. That's not bad. I want you to take your time more money.
Why are the I said red light, you see them hanging on the keke and then they're going to work.
The one I'm talking about over there, I don't know what. I have never seen that normal like that. It's just becoming so absurd. You know, you see that
they're moving.
One moving. I don't know that one continue to get bust with there every morning. You just find a guy sitting on the side. You find like 200 men on the other side. 15 men, 100 men on the other side. Young men, women. Some people saying now, they in a zombie film. Some people saying now, somebody caught in the hair. And you see supposed standing up with dead there on their back. But when we don't have these people detoxicated, we don't have these people rehabilitated, build the capacity to prepare them for the job market, it's still become a problem. And once you don't settle these people, no amount of development look good in their eyes. They don't realize it. You play the lipo now, the man is looking to see how he can get a life on there or the silver plate.
Yeah.
It don't count anything for him.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
All you do that, and I'm putting food in your bowl to eat.
It's not just that we want all of these things to come, but we need a society where people will appreciate these things, where people will be willing and ready to say, yeah, I'm ready to work and ready to do this thing. This is the little I will do. This is why I can help me feed my family or even feed myself. Because you don't need much to live. You see people fighting that you want everything on earth. Where you carrying it? But when you have a society where you save and see that economy, when the economy is well, how many folks you see? You know why people are in the numbers running the government work? Because we don't have the kind of investment.
Yeah.
We don't have it. So everybody think government job should be the mean, and government can absorb everybody. That's the terrible part of it. So the burden always be on government, and government is not doing nothing, the unemployment rate high. Even if government leaves now, if investment are in the country, that the same complaint will continue.
Yeah.
It will not change. We saw that under the regime of former President George. Yeah. People complained there was no direct foreign investment. Today, people still complaining. The president traveling with Intl, making sure that some of these things can come. And somebody complain from people, let's see how best we can do this thing. But if the right people are not in the right position to help him achieve these things, it will just be like he promised. Already there's a complaint that you're traveling with the country money and you're not bringing anything back. That's the kind of notion. We said the same thing with former President George. Yeah. Oh, the man was traveling, why you bring him back?
Yeah.
What you went there on the invitation or the full responsibility of the French government? No, not too many people in Liberia want to know. As far as concerned, that the tax.
Ambassador, those investments that folks that were traveling the visits are directed to a specific area. So it will not be where the president will take money, bring it. Then you encourage corruption. But if it's 11 city, it goes to the right institution.
That's why that's the reason why you find urban migration. Soon as notice somebody started building. One woman who was selling her cookbook, after a period of time, she will change, she want to restructure the area and employ 2 persons because she got she feeling the economic impact.
Yeah.
The next thing she said, no, I won't put it in to buy a restaurant. And gradually, you see, you find banks and all moving to those places.
Sure.
Banks will move, and some of the areas that we still having problem in Nigeria in terms of telecommunication. How do we reach? Because you still got people claiming tree, you got people a whole lot in the Intl, but we yet need the right people.
Sure.
To be there to help us. So we
The right people with the right mind.
Yeah, you can that one said, the reason why we depend on the tax collector because we have the right people with the right mind in the right position. We don't wait for budget support to eat it. We make sure we get our money first before anybody can help us. Yeah. So you call us now on 0719 are the 2 numbers you can call. Similar, we also say the economy, father, that people are spending.
Well, let me go to the topic. I just want to say 100% thank you to Mr. President for sending this phone. But my appeal is to the very minister.
Yeah, I put on you to talk to.
Yeah, director agency and capital head.
Put the season in a chopping spot.
Yes, and to capital head, they all make efforts not for evade. When the road got better, it got better for every one of us. It's not for we, it's not for coming different. To be for liberal people. The effort they all is giving to this country. We also inflate it and make people to come to this country to go out there working. If the road got better, if there's not coming, we can find it not do. But our directors, ministers of agencies to be careful to do the people for the liberal people. Because they are the one that is for the whole thing. They are not got thing. They are not got thing. It's not up there too much. Investors are afraid to come to people who are corrupt. So my advice to them is women efforts not to be paid. Let all work together as Nigerians and make this country better for us and our children. Thank you for this honor.
Thank you for being part of the conversation this morning. Let's go to talk to other callers. Joining us on the line. You're live. You're welcome. Okay, thank you. Let's talk to the callers. You live?
Good morning, Mr. Involved, and good morning,
Please go ahead.
good morning, Commissioner. Ward 1 or the Ward 1 will never ever let you right.
Okay.
Thank you. Let's talk to other callers live.
Good morning, beautiful, and good morning to your excellent co-host.
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, first to command, one of them major listener and contributor, called for all of the country of the Unified Connector Bureau. Something I think commend the president for his steadfast leadership. I think that we are now have a leader as the president Malcolm, who is by factor of the sea, makes the last thing of the people being recruited. On the issue of the president's salary, I think Labrador is back. Labrador is being a place among the committee of election. Since the COVID meeting was finished, I saw our government active corruption. But today, because of President Bada, leadership, we are seeing our country being respected by leaders of other countries or people in other countries. On the issue of the cabinet ministers and officials, now it's all the same to start talking around the world, setting out for opportunity for Liberia. All we ask of them is to be dedicated and be very hard working officials in their performance. They are performing their duties. We don't want people who see government as a place to come and get great, and it's just of the ordinary people. Even government wants people who are willing to serve the Liberian people. So you can say they are not official. Those over there. If you give the government to come and find your separate things, they ask of you to be making that position. Because going forward, we start to shame you, we will find you, maybe insult yourself into orthodox things.
Okay. Thank you for being part of the conversation. Let's talk to other callers. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Let's hear you.
Good morning. I turn over to the entire people, the both religions. My name is Dr. Sedeko, and I call you from Angola and thank you for the issue you have played that has to do with the growth and development of this country and the part of the country. We pray that the president, the President Yunubaka, has extensive travel with bring our development to this country. We are doing good to this country. You know, there is something that is said. This is why people come and go with something public on their mind. The government is a place you can go work and get good. So as a result, we come to Benton. We are attending to all the other places. The moment the president leaves, say, oh, shopping open. The loan has become with his money, and we are prepared to step in. Now he takes him serious. So we are ignorant and want to see this country better. You know, government is not for few people. They're not total. They're not champion money. No, it will be in the interest of all of them. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Let's talk to other callers on the line this morning. Good morning. Yeah, good morning.
Thank you for your no, we don't need to accept as the problem of the president stuff. For however, we do accept your there is a pending basis. Any other or to the last thing, what those deputies extend that connection. First time getting there, and this now is why we focus that I think is this. With the trouble, they are kind of the food is so that like when you pay for investment, so it goes there and to say that the problem of the traveling is not issue for issue on a daily basis. You want to explore that the person is that is the people and the traveling where they are seeing the action of traveling. Thank you.
Thank you as well. Your life. Go ahead.
Or you are taking this water, I'm so happy for that. By replacing less than $1 million, that you can buy rubber ring. It's good for the people that want to get food. All of that. More people come before they pay their food.
Now what we're discussing, let's hear you. You are very low. Please be audible. Yeah, please speak up. Go ahead. Yeah, the same thing. You say you educated men. The same thing that people complained about yesterday. To provide the education for people. You join the people who had taught that when the president travel, they can come with money. So you say now the same way it should be applied. How do I go change? How?
The same thing was saying, China.
Yeah. This is the same thing talking. How Liberia change? If we always had our mentality, talk about the previous government. And today, the current president is under a huge scrutiny.
And Ambassador, if we all complain that it was wrong yesterday, does it in any way make it right today?
Yeah.
Will it make it right tomorrow? So if it was wrong, can we set it wrong? I don't know why. Why some folks just think that we should go back and still do the same old thing? Since Jordan thinking around this, and it was said so we should do it.
What's expected when somebody you expect to be level-headed?
Yeah.
Because if the moment who sells in the market will think that when presidents travel, and when the president's coming back, you think that they can put money in suitcase or in plane, and nobody there to provide the education to them, then you join the group and say, then it's up. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, and good morning to you. Stop thinking in the eyes of the citizen. What do I mean? What is it about the
No, you know, Ubegi, we won't deviate from what we discussed.
Let's focus on the let's speak with.
Even when we start the show, we talk about our brain this peaceful.
Get the morning charge, you know. I do for you, take our time. Thank you ever so much again for the talking. Actually, there's a famous case THKOOL and say that 2 on to order they who want to do. What goes around must come around. Okay, like what my brother Pastor David said on the initial stage. We in the opposite angle we knew was very clear and aware that when President travel, they can come with money in bank. We were aware that when President travel, they can put in suit to make food. But before the people and continue to lead the profit, I get to say when it gets into power, when it goes and continue to put money in continue to bring it to the citizens. Let's be clear with you. As relate to getting people experience, the first president, JFD, he told people that actually he has sufficient experience. But a 2 years experience is not a small experience for someone to come into power to have access to say, oh, they are learning on the job. During the course of the election, the message that was all in the corridor in Nigeria was, oh, the party is very experienced. The party, when it comes in power, everything will be okay. As if to say, was just going to be using the hospital to say, they have to jump down, get to come. So, actually, at times when some of us...
Thank you.
I really want to grab his point.
You spoke emphatically. You know, anytime you call, let me tell you the thing you're going to always miss. When you sit down, you want to make a point. Just be precise. Someone rises, just get it to the point. Yeah, you want to talk more than 2, 3 days, you tell somebody, they cut you off. You know, the thing is just simple. Go to the point and say, you know, because I don't see how we would change the mentality of the way we got young people growing and we're making them to believe. Look, there are some things. Let me tell you something. Forget about the other men, they get 10 years, the other men get 15 years, the men get, look, presidency. The one man said he once said they got school for it. That place where when you go, there are some things, it's a big wide area. There are some things. Because as a protocol, you think because you're a minister, you don't want to just drag all of these activities, but there are some things you as president. So you will encounter these things. And the same thing just applies with people in the opposition. When you're in opposition, the way you make the people to believe, but when you come there, the only thing we hear, different. But the only thing we hear, we inherited this. That the system we met. The only party today, when you ask them about the minister, when they have caught up into something, that the same system we met. That the system we met. Okay, if the system you met is not good, you said about changing it. Why is it that you are not changing it?
So the folks from the 89, 90s, 95, we were fighting here. So should we go by and fight? Were you happy?
Yeah.
Some of you or some of us came with a very good parental care. But today, some of us are fathers and mothers. We are struggling to even take care of our own children. So what's that? Does that mean that because what happened yesterday is happening today? No. We have to right the wrong. You know, and this is a mental issue, Liberians. It is a mental issue. It doesn't mean that something happened bad, it should happen to you today. You have the ability to change the narrative.
And you know what happening? This is getting so entrenched into our society, and we are gradually adapting to it and seeing it as a culture, and you know that we can live with it forever.
So the man was born, or the woman was born, his mother, his father was in sin. So today he grew up, he should get in sin too.
Yes, the man.
The one person ambassador, you were born poor, but a poor family should not carry you.
No.
So you should change your narrative. So because you say your father was not educated, so you should not be educated today. I can't understand Liberians.
Let the part we're missing, we keep missing. I think we should be more concerned of our leaders being accountable to us.
Sure.
To answer for the stewardship, other than going to the petty things that you know, it's not you know full well it's not real. But because people said it to you, why you want to say it? You telling me you will not change? When it was said to you, What step did you take?
Yeah.
We always asking. Somebody who talking today, when the boy is saying, you only said our opposition, you don't need the key. But to go and sit with people, some of you got an opportunity, you can sit with some young men around the table. You have to sit with some intellectual areas. That 5-10 minutes, you have big talk. You can help to provide more than change the narrative.
You are going on the chart. Somebody can say you will not succeed. You're really poor. So does that mean that you should make a statement live in your life today? You know that was wrong. Should you even say it to somebody else?
Let me tell you something. Some of the folks who even call it or who say to these people, they understand government. Well, because this, because I'm not there.
Yeah.
People say this thing about me. I will make sure I just keep it. I told you, I said the next government after this government is a serious reprisal.
Sure.
But I'm telling you something serious though. There are folks who just sitting like lying on the fence waiting to see anything about it so they can jump on it. Because by the time you make, if you just tell the CDC comes back today, you know the party will suffer. And you know the party will go back and be doing all the funny planning strategy and say how they can come back for the people. But the masses will suffer. They only fighting among themselves. But they're passing you in power, you do what you want to do, and other American, you do what he wants to do to you. We're not changing this.
We just continue that. We just going on and on.
Today we see how young kids are graduating from high school. They don't even know the function of a representative. They don't know the function of a senator. They don't know the function of a president. You're sitting over there, those are you supposed to help provide the education. And that's why when your government comes to power, the burden can rest on them because the education to provide and tell the people how government functions, how the superintendent, the mayor, the commissioner, how these people functions. Nobody wants to educate the people in it. Everything should just be bordered around politics. So the same somebody said, I
can understand.
That one makes some of us, personally, and like we just different. Let me tell you. I normally tell people, even when you ask my parent, if my mother and somebody having a problem, they're not speaking. Trust me. I don't know to say. If I can solve the problem, I don't take side. I will speak to that person. How are you? You know. But some of you, when your party say, they'll go do the one. Some of you don't even sit to evaluate, to scrutinize some of the things when the people telling you to go and do. You just do it. Then at the end of the day, when they catch you in conflict with the law, when they carry out the police station, it's better seeing people can go to free you people. Talk about like your own friends or relatives looking for how to free some of you.
How we consider that? You find a lot of young people on the street. Today, somebody were born in the graveyard. Somebody were born. Does that mean that they represent their life?
And
let's change the narrative. And these are level-headed people who are always saying anything. It happened yesterday. So, 1990, the two October was here, 96. So, should we go out to war? Is that what you're saying? Because it happened? Or are we all trying to rebrand the image of this country?
And then the same thing today when they charge somebody for corruption allegations, they go face the law. They see people that will complain, that will deny them or basic services or other issues. When they carry them to the court, they go there, they say, in the name of party solidarity, in the name of tribal solidarity, in the name of religious, we're not showing any. They government and all other governments in the past and present, and the next government will come. That's why when the president takes office, the guy that will be a minister to him, he puts the hair on the ballot. The president should be held accountable on his function. He got key function. Let's hold him accountable on that. And say, we know what the president is supposed to do. And all of the commitment, those are things you keep on him. You say you face rule. Where's the rule? You say you improve the lives of the people. We say people. We see people, when you do any kind of constructive criticism, but you come with petty thing, what's so much children and say passing around talking and there, but when they make a time, why you bring it back? You still following children thing and you sign. You don't go and tell somebody all the kind of thing. You follow those type of thing. Sometimes we got to understand. That the same thing affecting this.
Why even say wise men changes?
That the same
they don't remain in their foolish thoughts.
That the same
because
thing,
you learn.
And the same thing affecting the government now.
Yeah.
Because some of the folks who sat down, and some of them because they see them to be very educated, they saw them to be people who, were astute and intellectual. They spoke of the same thing. And today, there are other folks who think, They can do it too.
Yeah.
Let's do it. You know, but you say that unnecessary. There are some folks watching you and they question your intellectual ability. They question your intellectual reasoning. They question your sense of reasoning. You know, so when you do it, don't just mean you just do it on party land, but you'll be, you know, people will look at you and say, but I thought this person should also be talking like this. Because go to the core issue. The governmental office, there are a constitutional provision that they should be, their feet should be kept to the fire to do it. And there's a constitutional right to make sure that this government answer for the stewardship. That should be a focus. If they talk about rule, go back to some of the manifesto. That's why intellectual though. Go back to the manifesto. Go back. Some of you don't even you are not even in the possession of promises that are made by the Unity Party. Some of these things, people will respect you and will grade you. Because you will look at the Unity Party. Some of the timeline they gave for certain things, you chronologically just go by and start putting it there. Yeah, man, who can mean teacher, all that kind of thing.
Because your father failed.
You see,
so today you must fail. That mentality carry on. And you feel that it was workable.
You see, anytime you speak on critical issue, people will respect you because you're not just going on triviality. You're not just joining the band.
You're a rational person.
You look at me say, you talk about school, you talk about health. Why the health sector stay in this condition? Then people say yes. That critical issue that because these are some of the things that the matter of which they came to power. Why you not fighting corruption? Why are we still having huge number of young people falling prey to drugs? All of these things, you keep their feet to the fire. People respect, even some people in the government will say no, but true. These people, their criticism is very constructive. They mean right, you know, they mean right. So y'all keep their feet to the fire. Don't join the children that walking on the sidewalk. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning. We cannot, I want to partake on the program.
You already on.
Yeah. You know, one thing in this country is failing to tell our leaders the truth. Like what happened to George Weah? Why people ask George Weah, you go out, why you drop? They men took our country money and traveled to go watch football game. When we came back, then everyone get the right to ask him. He never went to America when people were asking why he brought. They went to the country money and went to France to watch him play football. When he came out, we got to ask him. So Pascal Davis, they want to compare what Joseph Walker is doing with what John Weah was doing. It's quite different, they're not the same. They were asking John Weah because he used the country money unnecessarily to go watch football game, to go watch us all play in Europe. So we got to tell the truth to these guys. And they understand that yes, we were criticizing at that time because of what they were doing. When we were criticizing because they went to America to go have meeting with the president, they were criticizing no. Because he took our country money and go to Dubai and go elsewhere to go enjoy himself and come back in the country with our money.
Okay, thank you. And you see, that's why in that we'll be asking for a total reform of some of our laws. Let's be honest. I think I'm reaching a point that when our leaders travel, let's know the number of people, let's know the actual budget that the president is traveling with now. Maybe we need to start with this government. Because sometimes they normally tell us they went on an invitation of this other president, they cover everything, or the number of people that went, government are responsible for X number of persons, but where they went, the French government on the right, they call the Chinese government, the American government. It's time that we be transparent, that we don't ask somebody questions and then know.
Sure.
Let know
the nature of the travel.
Because how many person going, how much it's going to cost us.
And so, in Barcelona, in clear terms, the Chinese government, the American government can invite the president with some other dignitary and say, we can take out the trip.
So, all those things in the diplomatic side, you know.
So, and all the travel, I mean, they traveling, they carry the country money.
But sometimes, based on the size of the delegation, government, because they will tell you, I can take care of X amount.
Yeah.
And you will handle the other one. So, trying to come at us, let know now how much our leaders will travel where.
Yeah.
And say, oh yeah, the president travel with 5 persons.
Yeah, Jules, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah.
It's Jules Skate.
They need to be accountable now.
Yeah, you see, Wiki, you see, all we got to continue to say is rebranding this country. When you see the previous all just left their land, it's still occurring for all what you said.
President we are went to bars, pay news level, any information. Then how do they go out to join and rebuild this country? And you can continue for large and the public as for former President we are. You see, I'll just let them out. It's unfortunate. Let me get to my point. The issue in this country is something left out. Without unity, we are not going to be in this country. It's a president whether there is a small or disunity in this country. See how divided this country is. But how united we are not going nowhere. Tell me 42 years experience and 82 years old.
Then Jones, now you said it, I come in. You said the last father who left the land, he said now if you look at the whole country on disunity, we fought war, we could not turn it. You look at the entire country intent of the disunity, you show it to one man and you expect everybody to believe you and say, yeah, that's true, right?
Yeah.
So I can make men be responsible for the disunity from 1980 up to this time. How? No matter grave allegations, so when you come in and make this, you gotta point to things because you don't dare talk about right now. Go back to the 70s, the 80s.
Let me just give you one of the classic examples.
Yeah, go ahead.
Being name one person from the Natl opposition the president ever taken in his administration. Name one person. That person ever.
You guys serious?
But Jones, you think that's seriously in doing? So you know everybody that got appointed from ministry and agency, superintendent, director, you know all the affiliation? No, I'm asking you know all the affiliation? You know the parties they from? So the late minister of state, he was on United Party? So better great faith. No,
I know, but I know
no.
English specific.
You're not talking about like you go into one party. No, but the person now has no obligation to go in CDC and go and take people from there.
But you see,
he's no obligation for like being.
It's so much is Anthony Jones to notice that today I'll be confused. I never did service in school. You don't know the constitution that gave the president appointing power.
Maybe not then. Yeah.
Because if you know that the president will appoint at his will. Then you tell me today that the president no. That be so. No, don't do that to me. I don't know why they're always messing the thing. They say appoint at your will. The constitution gives them the power appoint at your will. You say why they're not doing this?
But the first thing the president, the constitution does not give the president any power to tell him where to go
appoint or who to appoint. What tribe?
Except where applicable in terms of qualification. You should be more concerned about Liberians who are qualified, competent to do job, but you concerned are telling other parties that you know every person from the CDC working in the government.
No, he tells the opposition is CDC, and that's the one making wrong.
No, but you being self-centered. Yeah. What happened to the other people? Are they not Liberians? What happened to them? Are they not Liberian?
Nah, but man,
the other folks are they not Liberian? Because for me, you were first born as a Liberian before you decided to go and join any political party. So it is your constitutional right to work for your government. It's not based on party. Your party can win and decide to reward you and say, oh yeah, that means you were in the ring and so that one quite different. But when it comes to
to divine opposition with a specific party, yeah. Then I'm taking a bite. Good morning.
So sir, you did that from opposition. What do you for Minister? When you come with that kind of a fixed mind, you don't get the picture. You see, major opposition people who contested presidency against the men making it, putting it in a kind of position, a play position now. I'm gonna be honest.
And then say even when you continue, even when the CC return to power, you say the repressive thing going on. That's what we don't want. The former president George Manneh, it's possible he can be a president tomorrow in this country. So does that mean that push you say, oh God, this and this? No.
But I heard my day the other day say one kind of power. I mean, you didn't number you listen to him. So what got power? We will not oh no United Party people in power.
You see? Let's be mindful, man. How we build this country? How we run this country? When we are having this kind of mindset.
Good morning.
Let the government making a bridge service back in school actively.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning, we did not. I mean, we did not. There's a part of some people for being said.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Let me appreciate the probably this morning for this presented topic. This is about national meeting and things like this. And we did not. I mean, that is one of the fundamental reasons why us who fought the CBC for the last 2 years have no regret. Because when we got to the intellectual discourse, they come with triviality. Only because Mr. Weir is not being appointed, only because Nathaniel Mathieu is not being appointed, only because Jefferson Kogi is not being appointed, so it means that no opposition, I mean, a party in the country have ever been appointed. You see the kind of adhering gas to the discourse.
Let them make your contribution and respect their view as well.
Yeah, that's what we say. We have to invite that you did it and we did. When you talk about a zero pastor, Nancy looking for another political party. Louis Castillo Province and ambassador today. Also, Emmanuel Yamawa, you were at the EPA. Do you know the amount of opposition political parties that are appointed in the government? But we want to say this. Even though as much as we want to support the government to achieve and succeed, because when the government succeeds, then the people will have to do the benefit. It is our fundamental constitutional right to fight for the government when the government works for. And that's what the president is doing. Today, in our country, when they are corrupted allegation, the president takes immediate decision and takes the difference between the Union Party and the CDC. Today, Union Party member is the start of party deal. Today, Union Party member is the start government official. But back then,
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Let's talk to other callers. Good morning.
Good morning, Bibara Wiki, and good morning, Sion Barana.
Good morning.
My name is Mikey Tingman, and I join you from Electoral District number 6, Marshall Water County, the most abandoned district in the Republic of Labrador, under the leadership of Samuel Ennis, and a very proud member to the Vice President, His Excellency Jeremiah Franklin. Okay, thank you for the opportunity to do that. You know, that's why I always told my fellow young friends or brothers, sisters, that the issue of politicizing everything we do to drag it in the state. Someone want to do comparison of the past administration headed by the former President George Weir and the current administration headed by this God-fearing leader, His Excellency Bishop Yumamba Senior.
Now the other man was God-fearing too because he built a church. So
we are not talking about someone who just goes to the church for someone to be praising him now, so that we not speak with that. But there's one who's a demon in the church that you are, given a title. He went through the proper, rank and file of that title. Now someone who gets there and say, okay,
No, don't say that.
That's something that they clear.
Yeah, okay, can we just speak to the specific and look at the, the former president, we talk about all of the travels, there are folks who believe that he did not bring back. Some people now also pointing to this president that he has done a lot of travels and have come back, they don't see anything yet.
This president, under the leadership of Joseph Mabaka, you can see, we don't need to tell you, physically clear that you can see the transformation, the positive transformation, infrastructure, school, agriculture, and all of the sector that affecting our global development. So we don't have to come and write it on sheet of paper and explain to you what the one vis-a-vis for you to see, and it's clear. So we need to stop that man propaganda all because we have the appointed, Jefferson Kogi, the woman said. So if you want it, the president has not yet appointed, opposition, the foreign minister, the minister of state. What are they coming for? Are they for the legislative party? Should we go and appoint the president have the will in flesh and he appoint people that in peaceful way? People that are not interested.
Okay, Mike, thank you. Let me talk to this caller. Good morning.
Good morning,
thanks for the show. You know, so the issue, I listened to some of the few of the scholars who talk about the unity here and there, but let me just say in Ghana, the issue of this unity in politics will always exist. The first and foremost thing we look at the Ghana of Nigeria, we should keep the country above all of the personal issues, because Nigeria is a real bigger political party than we all have. If you continue to the argument of conspiracy and the debate between you don't battle the TC on who did well, who did better, who didn't do good. You just look at the leaders that are heading of the real institution. Now a single day, all men from brother, he was a vice president, also have to keep timing to say normally he doesn't agree and say, okay, we are going to be asking for this and bring over and take conversation off. It was we are not stated that he said, come over and go back to the hospital, we found the man of all that, all those kind of things. And as a leader, we are not so low. The followers, the following, and this is what you say, and begin to carry it out. Even in current dispensation, when the United Parliament was pledging with the illness of the soldier leader there and there, he didn't get a work from the Baba. It was his under the United Parliament who for all Parliament to pray for the former president and wish him well instead of for talking about the illness of the executive phone. President William was the first thing question we were discussing when he came with the disco. What he said, he went and told Josh as the current president, and he's wishing his dream, and so when you begin to do this thing as a leader, your follower will not be united with the other follower who will come back after a year and there. But that goes to the issue of President Boga foreign travel. I think President Boga foreign travel has brought some dividends to our country. Currently, we have the $1.8 billion investment from the mining sector. We also have the overhead fees from Intl to China. We have several other contributions that made. If you look at it, currently it's over $3.7 billion investment that comes to Nigeria. It was a foreign trade. The foreign trade was given for over 3,500 scholarships. Currently, for Nigeria. Because the total number of scholarships that was given was 50,000, but 3,500 scholarships exclusively for Nigeria. That's why they don't go. You go to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, you want to ask them the scholarship, you ask them if they come and say, look, if you want to, you do not ask me which party you come from. No, when President Boga came and said he was launching the technological program for young people, 10,000 youth, all those are not going on. Somebody asked for your ID card. You see no government official wearing barrel, wearing t-shirt, and go to work. You don't have money where a special day for celebration, only for group of people. No. The country is running on the power where even when the United Party President Boga see that he's not doing well, he suspend you and replace you. If these strong men are running the power, finally, the young generation of the United Party were people who fighted when the government got the power. They begin to take a back and they want to do job, begin to question the legitimacy of those that the Boga were put into the government. That I think was to be the rumble of the resolution. When they didn't have opportunity, they said, no, I want to watch and see what the government proceed. They did not proceed well. We will face that.
Okay, thank you this morning, folks, and many thanks to, you see, and this is why we were talking earlier. Because if you look at the entire country, I don't know where we're still getting this thing from. If you look at the entire country, somebody tells you, this man is the man who is responsible for the disunity. Now, somebody said President Boga is the chief architect of this unity that we're having in this country. And sometimes we listen to people saying the former president is the man who maintained the peace. Because we are all custodian of the peace in this country. It's not one man that tells you and say, no one man. We fought 14 years civil war with different warring factions. It took people to collectively, those women who are praying and other women, making sure, putting pressure on warlords to go to Ghana to sign their call. Today, the peace that we join, we now remember them. We look at whole country, we see that one man responsible for the peace. We look at whole country, we say one man responsible for this unity. And we expect that other people also to just sit there and believe this kind of thing. Peace is not maintained by one individual. It is collective, something that you see the need of everybody live in unity. You can eat a little driver and go to bed. The person can eat a whatever rice, their porridge and what, throw it, you can go and sleep. In that time, just like that. But we can't keep looking at these things and trying to deviate for it and look at it, we're thinking that maybe the other government, the previous government. And we need to stop some of these things because people never did anything. How can a government come to power in 6 years? That is real. Then you say the people did not do anything.
Yeah.
When we saw the former president dedicating things around at the 14 military hospital, like you myself, people said we took money. The ML hospital. Those are things you can point to. You see some of the roads. We got some of the recreation parks. We people going there. The Intl schools.
Major offices.
Yeah, major offices. There are some things that went, in 2 years. They have done some things, but you hear somebody tell you nothing has changed. They have done nothing. Because that's the normal concept. And you think by saying that you're a politician, you're a critic.
And for Liberians, we attempted to look at a match over 1 year, 2 years.
But your son, the man won 6 years, the man got re-elected.
Yeah.
So why you did not do that? Then go to Marcus Valley and Thomas Farah. 18 years, the man jumped to Lofa. Who went to Lofa to convince the people and say, look, y'all can go see what the man did. They put on the floor. Because some of your lawmakers, every time they go there, they tune out. And you're not concerned about that because these are concerns that somebody should be raising for a lawmaker to answer to you because those are some of the critical issues you be acting. We did not send you. And that's why when you get a robust, more than that, I've always said, and we said before times to all them, we are
Who said government? Currently, the LTA process. No, this is what I want. This is what I want. Look at a lot of bills are
no child supposed to go over there. That playground over there, not a ground. That place there was how can
the country,
how can 20, 40, 30 or 50,000 people join together and say, please go represent us. Yeah. You go represent them.
Yes.
What kind of bravery in that one?
Yeah.
So we got it. That's how we got a problem.
Sure.
That's how we got a problem. Go read somebody, man. Go read some of our lawmakers. They have never spoken on the floor before.
Not a single bill they have.
Go see some of them. Just watch them.
Then what's the all? They seem to have a special function. 6 years. You are banned.
They people carry home. People carry a trophy. Somebody wearing karate clothes.
Have you adequately served the district that you're saying as a representative you want to become senator? Have you adequately served the county that you tell you now you want to become president? Or is it because you get cash? I can't understand this thing.
Because somebody sitting out order, not all. Somebody sitting out order, say, oh, like man coffee.
Go to section and start to sleep. What happening? Yeah, open your mouth.
He said,
the man who more than
they don't look up. They had a temerity to take less.